Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun diary, lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun diary. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun diary, àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary, bó bá ṣe àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun diary, ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun diary, diary Politico. Maiyegun diary, Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun diary, ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣẹ́ o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Maiyegun diary, àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun diary, àní ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ijó ìbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Prẹ̀sìdó bá wí sí o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Igbó ní. Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun máa wí. Thank you very much. Good morning and welcome to Maiyegun's Diary, June 2nd edition. Thank you for joining me. This is Maiyegun live again. I'm alive, and as long as I live, we will never shut up. We will never keep quiet. We will never, ever stop talking until we make up the number to effect a change that we desire, until we make up that number, until we gather enough people, enlightened and awakened young people, young and old, to make up that number and get rid of all these scavengers, these scroungers, these pickpockets, these petty thieves, born criminals, rogues that you all known as your corrupt criminal leaders, especially those of you who want to fight us. You want to fight us. You want to tell us to be careful. Careful of who? Careful of those you are careful of, because they have succeeded in conquering you. So we are not conquered. And the fact that we are not psychologically conquered will never make us agree or accept the low life and the wrongest of the leadership they have offered you over the years. Nigeria is broke. Okay, that's going to be our sermon today. And you as a Nigerian, this is just to let you know that no matter how much you feel bad, you see, no matter how terrible you feel that some of us no longer want to be part of that fake contraption anymore. It has been fake from day one. They have done everything to fix it, to make it work. It's never worked. Rather, it keeps claiming lives, lives after lives. So break it up and save lives. Very simple, very easy. Do you value humanity? Do you value life? Do you value precious life that you have? Do you know that everyone has that same right to enjoy and live and, at least now that you are here, enjoy that precious life you've got? No one has any right to take it away from you. No one has any right to dictate how you should live it without your consent, especially when they are mismanaging that your life for you. Your existence has become statistics to them. Your living has become just a number to them. To them, it is about themselves. It is about the next election, the next looting, the next stealing. How can we perfect the journey to our next looting? Then let us promise them this. They said, give them electricity. Oh, we will give you electricity. Don't worry. Give them employment. Oh, don't worry. We'll give you employment. Enough of it. You will see job. You will even run away. They came in as fraudsters. They came in as terrorists. They came in as jihadists. They came in as dividers. They came in as killers. Now, when we call them those names, right? When we address them as that, you don't have any right to be upset. And that's why we are having all this kind of brickbat on the social media. You have no right to tell us to stop. You know why? You might have accepted their own style and type of a leadership they have foisted on you, but don't speak and think that everyone actually feels same. You might be one of those, or you might belong to the category of those that believe that there is nothing we can do. It is God that made them your leaders. Therefore, it is only God that can deal with them for you. You might belong to that category. It is your right. The only right you don't have, I don't give a damn about you. I don't care who you are. The only right you don't have is to tell us how to react to the criminals that call themselves your leaders. Watching and seeing millions and millions of you fall and deep further into poverty, even though there are those who have accepted poverty as their own destiny, unfortunately. But you cannot, because you have accepted low quality leadership, failed leadership as your own destiny, that you have accepted it. You shouldn't foist it on others. Okay? So when you come to Maiyegun's diary, when you come to our gathering, our sermon, right? You have no right to question how we react to these failed criminals that you called leaders. You have no right whatsoever. You may not like me. It doesn't really add anything to me. Okay? You don't need to like me. You don't need to agree with me. But the only right you don't have is to tell us how we should speak, how we should react, how we should respond, and all those balderdash that you push about. You have no right. You have been conquered. Agreed. They have destroyed you psychologically. Agreed. You have chosen to be a Buharidin or a Buharididere. Is your own problem and destiny. You have chosen to be a Buhari Dinotu, Buhari Dijatu, Ngoziari, Nnekari, Buhari Shuku, Obinahari, Nnamdiari, whatever you choose to be. It is your choice. Or maybe you decided to be a programmed, sophisticated moron, obedient fool, or an ombud slave to them. It is your destiny. Take it. That you have submitted yourself to the subjugation and the force of these jihadists and their own agents to become a Mumu Madu, a Bele lecturer, or a Mumu lecturer. It is your choice. You have no right anywhere to question how those who choose not to should react. They are fake. They came to divide. They came to loot. They came to kill. They came to destroy. And all of this they have done with so much confidence until they led that country to further poverty. Poverty that is caused by what? By corruption. Element, agent of corruption, agents of death. And I'm going to take them one by one, as usual. So please, let us react the way we want. Let us call them the names we want. Let us abuse them the way we want. Let's describe them with all manner of adjectives that we can find. You have no right from anywhere. Look at me. You have no right from anywhere to question how we react. And I like this. I wanted to put energy into it so that you will know that some of us, we're just kind of, many of us, we're just trying to be gentlemen. We're trying to be, we don't want to completely lose our own training, because we've realized that those you want to use the home training for, they call them elders, they call them leaders, opinion leaders, educated this, professor that, doctor this, Alaji that, JP that, this and that. All of them all put together that we could have used our proper home training for to respect. We found out that they are a bunch of rogues, bunch of thieves. And we also discovered that criminals do get old if they don't die or get killed. Criminals, they do grow old too. So when you find criminals in politics and your political offices, and you now realize that they are getting old, they are asking you for your home training to respect thieves. I wasn't raised to respect thieves, no matter how old they are, no matter how rich they are, no matter how famous they are. I wasn't raised to respect thieves. So my home training is not to respect thieves. So when they say you should respect thieves, you call leaders, ask them. And if you refuse to, before you ask them, if you refuse to respect them and they say you lack home training, you know what you should ask next? Oh, so I lack home training because I don't want, because I called Tinubu Jaga, Tifnumbu, I called him Jagawere, Jaga Bandit. So I don't get home training. And before I call him that name, I told you why, and you know why, or to you, I don't get home training. I call Bokwari a jihadist, a terrorist who brought in terrorism and came to Nigeria to only flourish terrorism, to kill his own people. At least that's what they say. Buhari is from the north, is a northerner. Now, those who are being killed like God, they are northerners. Buhari, so I called him a jihadist, I call him a terrorist, and I call him a thief. So me, no get home training. But Buhari get home training, Abi. Buhari get home training. And his gang of thieves who are currently looting you as you are watching helplessly. His gang of criminals who are currently killing you like Buratai the butcher. This gang of thieves who are manipulating the budget. The gang of his family, even his family is a family of thieves. Jobless family of thieves who are also like entitled, they feel entitled. So me, no get home training, Abi. But the Buhari, where they are stealing the money from his own, from his right under his nose like this, including Aso Rock healthcare budget, Aso Rock budget, Aso Rock hospital budget. They call it Aso Rock Clinic. For 5 years, your thieving, criminal, lifeless Bukwari, sat there lifeless. They spent over 6 billion naira to equip a clinic for Bukwari and what do you call it? Ikene Shatabandu, Pastor Ruga. Me no get home training because I'm asking them what did they do with the money. That Buhari cannot be treated in Aso Rock. They have to ship him out, box him out, like like a load of what do you call it? Like a pile of tuber of yam that they just pack out to the UK, box him out to go and fix him in the UK. While the next room to his own room is Aso Rock Clinic They couldn't open the next door to go inside there and get treated. And they have spent 6 billion in 5 years. So when I asked where the money, then when I asked the dunderhead, the empty-head, lifeless Bokwari, you get upset. You say I no get home training because I they call thief in name, because I they ask thief to come and explain. So your parents raised you as a slave. Your parents raised you as a yes sir, yes ma. Abi, is that why they sent you to school? To become an ass licker, to become a crumb chaser, to become a praise singer, to become what? To become stupid as you are, isn't it? Is that what your parents paid for? You are a waste. Someone stole money, you are not interested. That someone called him Bokwari, that gets you upset. Which home training Buhari gets to be a thief and a killer? Which home training? Tifnumbu, Jagawere, Jaga bandit of your mega slum that you call mega city, the mega slum. God help your souls. For 20 years, you cannot you cannot even be proud of say, oh, we have 24 hours electricity in Lagos because of one smart leader we had. No, you don't have one. You cannot boast of having any drinkable running public water in Lagos State because you don't have any. 21 years, you have none. You cannot boast of 10% motorable road in the entire Lagos State. 10%, 10. Don't even make it 20. 10% good motorable road in the entire Lagos State for 21 years. Yet, Maiyegun is the one we no get home training. Maiyegun no they respect elders. Are you mad? Which elders? Who told you that criminals don't grow old too? Just like foolish people. When you see foolish people, don't you think that foolish people also grow old? So when foolish boy grow old now, become a man, you will say we should respect a foolish person because he is an old man. You are foolish if you believe that. Nigeria is broke, and a corruption cause am. Nigeria, your country, your Nigeria is broke. They may not tell you, but you go feel am. I am the only person who will tell you how it is going to end. And most of the time, I am the least person that you are going to believe. So you are still going to believe them because no be your fault. Now the way they program you. But guess what? You will then come back here when everything I have told you come to pass. Then you come back here. You will begin to ask us to join your pity party. Maiyegun, don't say because you are in the UK, you can be talking like this. Are you trying to mock us? Yes, I want to mock you. I want to laugh at you now. I'm going to start soon. I'm going to start very, very soon. I'm going to laugh at you, laugh at many of you. I'm going to make you feel terrible because that is exactly how you should feel towards the criminals who are leading you, not towards me. I am your easy target. You wish Buhari can stand in front of you like this and speak to you for 2 hours and tell you, discuss with you. You wish. So I am your easy target. I am the one that is very, very easy for you to come and abuse and attack. So today, me and my friends, we are going to laugh. We are going to laugh. I'm going to make your situation a joke. I'm going to make many, many jokes out of your situation. But if you are smart enough, you will get the message. Because I know you won't get it. You will end up going back to them. If you don't go back to the current ones who are reigning, you will find the way you are going to find yourself to the other ones who are trying to come back. And at the end of the day, you will end up in the same position. Then Maiyegun will be here to talk about you. Then you will begin to ask us to join your pity party. Maiyegun, don't talk like that. Maiyegun, don't say because God has blessed you. Don't say, leave God out of it. Whenever we are talking, listen. When we are talking about Nigeria, completely leave God out of it. I know that's how you are programmed, though. I know that. But if you really want to make sense, you must completely let God be. Una don't trouble him too much. Leave him. We will talk one-on-one now. Your country is broke. They have been lying to you for 5 years. They said they were diversifying the economy. Diversification of the economy from mono oil or mono product, blah, blah, blah. Now, every politician, they diversify. Now, all politicians know that to put maize inside soil and put water, after a few days, it go germinate. Now, all of them know before they join politics. The moment they get to that office, the Nigerian land, all the land will no longer be viable to do agriculture anymore. They become international importer themselves and blah, 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 blah. The story repeats itself. They do small farm here and there. They put the picture everywhere and say, Nigeria, Benue will feed Nigeria. Ogun State can feed West Africa. Lagos can feed this and that. People who cannot even feed themselves. Some of them cannot feed the local government. So they join government. Government, the role. They don't know how to farm anymore. But you will see them, they will write big, they will write this massive book to tell you how they are going to turn around everything, like, El Dorado and all of that. You know what I mean? But once they get in, the story could change. They were diversifying. Pastor Ruga, what do you call it? The Ikene Shatabandu, or Shubade, fake Pastor Ruga, Agbowori Baba Oja of Nigeria, the Sinzu, the spending. They wrote a lot of books, they gave a lot of speeches, they did a lot of traveling and all of that to tell you that they were diversifying the economy from oil to agriculture. Today, the moment oil crashed, Nigeria go broke. Today, at first, they were patching it. They were borrowing money. They were borrowing here and there. They were borrowing. They didn't know that when you borrow, there are the borrower. We keep the record. Even though you don't collect the money, spend them. The person will borrow you. No, say you borrow money. From $13.5 billion federal government debt before Buhari became president, the thing jumped from 13.5 billion debt in 16 years of the thieving PDP, 5 years of criminal APC. The debt PDP left was 13.5 billion. In 5 years, the money don't jump to 28 billion. And mind you, $28 billion debt is not even the issue. The issue is that right now, National Assembly has given Buhari a blank check of 28.7 billion dollars to go and borrow. The blank check is in hand right now, and he will write it anytime and borrow it, add it to the 28 billion they have borrowed already. Just recently, World Bank just approved another $750 million loan to Buhari. So once he gets that money too, add it to the 28 billion and the 28 billion and the 27 billion loan, had that with the 750 million. Then you will have a clue of where you are. Mind you, that is just for federal government. The entire debt, the entire foreign debt of Nigeria right now, jumped from 22 billion in total, including states, local government, all of them where they borrow money, from 22 billion in 2015. It is now hovering around 88 billion dollars as debt. We are talking about, we're talking about a debt of 30 to 40 trillion naira. That's how much Nigeria is owing right now. And they are going to double it somehow. Nigeria is in debt of about 45 to 50 trillion naira. They won't give you the naira figure. I've given you the naira figure. Go and work it out. And for you to know that your Nigeria is in so much, debt right now, in so much mess, rather. Whenever they write their budget, every time you see budgets that says 10 trillion naira budget, 2020 budget was 11 point something trillion. They said they have cut it down to something around 10 point something trillion now. Now, here is the gist. The 10 trillion budget that they have written and passed, and they are beginning to borrow money to finance, 4.5 trillion from that money is going into debt servicing. Debt servicing. 4 point something trillion going into not repayment of debt. Just servicing means you have not forgotten that you owe them. But take this money, okay? Take this one this year. Let me tell you something. When PDP, when they were there, PDP was servicing the Nigeria debt with about 2 trillion naira every year. So every time PDP submitted budget, Jonathan then, you will see something around 1.5, 2 trillion in that budget. It is for servicing the gbese. But under Buhari, it is so bad. The debt is so bad that we are now servicing it with over 4 trillion naira. So every year they write budget, come out 4 trillion or 5 trillion. That one is just going into the lesser space and tell them that we know we owe you, we go still pay. So all the promises they made, everything they promised and all of that, due to the corruption that is embedded, every little money they see, they share. When they return Abacha loot, they stole it. When they borrow money from for any project and all of that, they collude with their foreign counterparts, they loot it. And every year, like Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, every year it will be appearing in their budget. It's been appearing in their budget for the past 20 years, PDP and APC. 20 years, Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. It never get completed because there are people making money from it. All the money they are making from it, they are not making it from just the tax and the oil they were selling. They were making it from borrowing money. China will soon be your new colonial masters. You better, all of you better start learning how to speak Mandarin. You better go and learn how to speak Mandarin, Chinese language. You better go and learn it very soon. You will need to know how to say it in Chinese to enter train. Because you see all the train they are running around there is something called, PPP, they call it. They made that up. The government has no money to construct infrastructure, but they have money to allocate for renovation of their buildings. They are buying themselves new cars, paying for foreign medical care for themselves, and buying themselves private jets here and there. But they have no money for infrastructures. So they have to sign a deal with China. So China will bring all the tools. They will bring all the money. They will come and construct the railway and all of that. So China will run it for 25 years. They will make their money back. Then they will hand it over back to Nigeria. Though, that may be a good thing, by the way. On the brighter side, if China will build the rail, and then you Nigerians will use the train, and all of that, and it's going to function properly, not like the old rickety jalopy locomotive they have been given to you, even though they are stealing billions for it. On the brighter side, it may make sense. Now, on the other side is that they have completely outsourced their responsibility, and in the process, they just fixated their own gaze on how much they can steal and for how long they can do that. That is what is going on right now. Debt will make you poor. That is what I have that's what I've read about borrowing to fund your luxurious life. You know what I mean? They borrow money to fund their luxurious life. And when they finally lost it, they push it back to you. 4 years, they were diversifying the economy. The moment oil price crashed, Nigeria entered recession. You may not know that you're already in recession. Some of you don't know. 45% of you who left before Corona, who had jobs before coronavirus, 45% of you will lose your job. This is not cause. It don't need blood of Jesus. It is the economy. It is going to react. It's the same all over the world. But the unfortunate thing is, you are in Nigeria, you are on your own, and your government pretending to care for you, they care no shit about you. And it's the truth. Doesn't matter how you feel about it. So because they are broke, the rest of the world are now trying to recover from coronavirus. In the UK alone, we are now contemplating of about 30% job loss. In America, so far, over 50 million people have lost their jobs because of coronavirus. But in your country, you will never know the number. You will just realize that bros where they flex before. I know this bros before. Yeah. Maybe I say this bros don't lose in job. How come how come I can't see them for bus stop all the time? Where we say bros go to tell us say in the go job interview for Yaba, or in come from Ondo, or in the go VI go do, or in won't go meet someone where won't give a job for this format that you all use when the bedu enter body. You first be living in denial, telling yourself that it's not that bad. Nigeria is not that bad. If I lose a job, I'll find another one. You will find another one because Festox Keyamo is recruiting 774,000 of you. You better go pick form now, because some of you are going to lose your job. Many of you. There is nothing to fall back onto. And you are here right now. You are watching me. You're thinking, hey, do I have a job security? This is the way Maiyegun they talk. So, oh boy, hey, this if it affects me, or it has already affected you. You will begin to speak up, because you will not be the only person. Thousands of you, millions of you will join the unemployment market due to the COVID-19. So what have they done? They still don't care, because it is not in their blood to care. They still don't care. They are now busy trying to work out how to further milk you. And these scams, all these scams, free electricity. Do you remember that? That's the change we have voted for. This is the Buhari I supported. This is my Buhari and all of that. Buhari didn't. Okpono social media bandits, Facebook ads man. You are jumping up. This is free electricity. Hey, all of you, if they give us, you see, you Nigerians, one Nigeria champions, you are so dumb that sometimes I do ask myself, like, do you actually reflect? I mean, like, just try to reflect back on your reactions to some of what these criminals have told you in the past. Your enthusiasm, your expectation, your optimism, and all of that, when they tell you something. Things that are, practically impossible with the way we know they run things. But you jump up anyway. You see, jump up for them. I was reading comments on social media then, where the Mumumadus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers, the obedient fools, the humbled slaves, the sophisticated morons, they were shouting. They said, now that Buhari has given us free electricity, if they give you the electricity, don't go. You should go and pay. If the NEPA say don't pay, you should go and pay now, because you hate Buhari. Alaye, you don't collect your own free electricity, 3-month electricity, because now coronavirus, so then promise some more. Bajabia, but this one, Bajabia Mila, the fugitive from Georgia, who is now the Speaker of the House of Representatives in Nigeria, Bajabia Mila said, we should look into doing something for the poorest Nigerians. They don't even know who is the poorest Nigerian. You know why? They are all poor. If you are living in Nigeria, you are a poor man and a poor woman. You may tell me that you reject it in Jesus' name. Yes, I help you reject it too, if it's easy to reject them like that. You are poor. Do you know how they rate the poorest countries in the world? It's not because people who are living in the better countries that they told that you are, like UK, America, and the rest of them. It's not because everyone who live there has money. Because some of you, what you know in Nigeria, including your leaders, is money. Money. Once you have money, money answer it everything. Money talk, bullshit work. That's what you believe. So to you don't understand how they rate poorest countries, Abi. So do you think they don't know that there are billionaires in those poorest countries they claim? I'll tell you how they rate poorest countries in the world. The way they rate poorest countries in the world is, at first they say it's per capita income per individual. So they say when you see some household, right, who live on $1 a day, This is no joke. When they say $1, $1 in Nigeria is like a 350 naira. I know that there are people whose only daily income, and they still believe that they are very well. Like, I thank God that I have this. Is within that 350 naira a day. You will be so wild if you come across them. Because to you, how is that possible? And they are in their largest number. Now, in that same country, there is no stable electricity, which means there are so many potentials buried in that darkness that you will never know until the day you witness unstable, until the day you witness stable electricity, stable power. It is the responsibility of those who call them your leaders to do that. So they didn't. Millions of people are living in darkness. When you live in darkness, information will sort of elude you. You will never have you ever have access to the right information, be it on education, be it healthcare, security, or anything at all. So you are in the dark. Now, if you are now living in that same country whereby healthcare system is zero, millions of people need healthcare to survive, to live. But when you don't have a reliable healthcare system, then, oh dear, that you have to buy it. In Nigeria, you know that the only way you can pretend to be better than your neighbor is from the day you buy your own "I better pass my neighbor" generator. That's from the day you begin to feel like things don't improve. I'm beginning to get better now. I just bought a generator. Then you buy a bigger one. Then when you get small money again, you decide to say, oh boy, I don't like living in a face me and face you. I think I should get a better place. You get yourself a self-contained 1-bedroom. Small time, change come again. You feel like, oh, okay, you get yourself a 2-bedroom. Now you have graduated from "I better pass my neighbor tiger drag gen" to something now that you can actually use a key to start your generator. To you are living better by powering your home with generator 20 hours a day, and then how many hours a week? That is the life you know. That is the better life you have created for yourself in a country where millions of others cannot create the same. You drill your own borehole to get your own drinking water. You build your own fence to keep yourself safe in your own home. You have to get your children to private schools if you feel like you need a better education for them in today's Nigeria. You have to drive on the road that they will never construct. And as bad as it gets, they will never care, even though you pay tax, you are working. Now, many of you don't even know what is actually the usefulness of that tax you pay. Now, you live in that country. That's what makes you poor. That is what makes you poor. Because all you know, or all they have made you know or to believe is that money is all you needed. And because of that, millions of you are chasing after that money, no matter what it takes, because that is the orientation of those who are leading you, who are blind. When they say blind, leading blind. They didn't diversify any economy. They were busy making money from that same oil. Then it crashed. When it crashed, they said, we need to increase tax. So they brought in stamp duty to steal money from you, to pick your pocket. But before they effect the stamp duty, the same criminal system, the same criminal government came out and said they were going to give you 5,000 naira in your account for the lockdown. Do you think we forgot? Did they give you your 5,000 naira now? They say if you have more than 5,000 naira in your bank account, you will not receive the money. Have you received your own? It's been 3 months, bros. The electricity part, that one don't go. Nobody collect electricity thing. In fact, I saw a video where people were fighting NEPA. They don't get light. NEPA still can't cut light. Which level? Now you buy the wire, can't see beating, see fights. Frustration everywhere. People angry, mad, angry everywhere. Frustration. So the electricity promise, 0. Then they promise you 5,000 naira. If you get more than 5,000 in your bank, you will not collect the money. Have you collected yours? So if you haven't collected the money, so does that mean that they scammed you? Would you agree? Oh, okay, don't worry. Let's leave that. Let's go to the palliatives. Many of you were reading about the palliative on social media. Some of you are saying, he's doing, did you receive your own from Shadia? Did you receive your own 20,000 naira year 2020? Educated people who claim to be educated are leading a country, and the vice president of that country, as well as the lifeless dead president of that country, appointed a lady to go about and give people money in cash. They were carrying cash. Meanwhile, the same corrupt criminals told you that they are doing cashless economy. You remember they are doing cashless economy. You cannot carry cash about. You cannot carry this cash about. But the criminals were carrying millions of naira in their cars, traveling about to look for those to give the money to so that they can take pictures and then come back to tell us that they have given the money to 11 million household. Right there, we were watching them. They were doing it. Maiyegun is reporting it. You are all seeing it. You saw what they did. They shared 500 billion naira to 11 million people. Shadia. And you saw that, oh, you are here on Facebook. And you are still here right now telling me I am wrong. And I'm telling you now, I'm asking you now, did you collect your own 20,000 naira by the roadside? Or they sent it to your bank? They asked Shadia, give us the proof of those who collected the 540 billion naira that you shared within 2 weeks. How can someone share 546 billion naira in 2 weeks by cash? Jesus. She did. Even though they later told you that they were going to give you 3 million jobs. Well, they told you that in 2015. And the man that described how they were going to create the 3 million jobs every year. So APC was supposed to create 12 million jobs from 2015 to 2019. Then from 2019 to 2023. So that would be a total of 24 million jobs. Then when Oshibajo take over from Bokwari, as they told us, so Oshibajo too will now create 3 million jobs again. That will be another 12 million. Oh boy. You see format. First format, second format, final one. Then you give him they give you the final one, which is the next level. See format. Educated people were actually like championing that. Yes, it's possible. It is very possible. You see, if government does even a papa alone, even all those mumumadu, bele lecturers, mumu lecturers, all those empty brain, sophisticated morons, obedient fools, and all of them, they are watching me now. Now them they come now, they tell me, say, my friend, you should watch how you talk. Don't talk like that. Like blow away. If you know what Amadio Afi do, let me say I'm an Igbo. Let me drop him in the comment. May thunder, a thunder. When you send thunder, send the one that is deaf and dumb, that only understands sign language. When you meet a thunder that is deaf and dumb, just say, and they move. That kind of thunder. Say it in Igbo. You are mad. You told us that Professor Oshumbade Ikene Shatabandu, the one they later turned to special advisor to Bokwari on condolences, burial arrangements, and trader money nationwide. So that vice president who told you that he was going to create 3 million jobs, at the end of the day, hey, not you. I mean, people they did not just lose their jobs, right? They even rubbished you. They gave you what they called empower, a meaningless, directionless, absolute no meaning to the existential problem of the Nigerian youth right now. They said they were giving them empower. I know many of you empower beneficiaries. Some of you became Buhari Dins, Buhari Didanis, Buhari Dinotus, Buhari Dijatus because of the crumbs they promised you. How many months? 6 months. They were supposed to create 3 million jobs for you. 3 million jobs. Good jobs. They were reading everything. Oshubade, fake Pastor Ruga. It will go everywhere. You know that short man Randu. It will go everywhere. And he will be speaking. And all those mumus, programmed mumus, they will be clapping. It's, oh, I love this man. Oh, Oshubade, I wish this man is our president. Forgetting that the same short man devil, what do you call him? Oshubade, the same short man devil, was the Attorney General of Lagos State for 80 years. And in that same Lagos State, the mega slum they built for you will be your best president. He's a fraud. He's a fraud. Tell them. He is a fraud. Oshibaju is a fraud. Oshibaju is a fraud. Hashtag Oshibaju fraud. Hashtag Oshibaju fraud. Hashtag Oshibaju fraud. Spread that. He's a fraud. He didn't create 3 million jobs. They decided to create empower. Come and see people who were supposed to really be educated enough. They have lowered them. They have limited them. So they feel like, we are just trying to help you. You better take the job. I say, okay, empower. What is empower? And they will teach you how to teach. And they will teach you how to use technology too. Then after that, what's going to happen? Then you can go and do whatever you want to do with your life. Buhari is like telling you that, you know what, you people don't kill me. I will train you. I'll give you money. What do you want to make her do again? I'll train you how to use phone, how to use laptop, how to use, so 6 months, I'll pay you 30,000 naira. So what will happen after that, sir? My friend, go and find something doing. After that, another set of people will benefit. They say, okay, we are waiting for batch A, batch B, batch C, batch D. They turn you to batches of slaves. And all of that, you turn yourselves to Facebook admin, social media bandits, defending your slavery. They have done this, but at the end of the day, when I see they come to my inbox, I have disabled Maiyegun's diary inbox. Don't send me messages again. I don't want to read messages from some of you anymore. Those who knows how to reach me, they will reach me where they should. It is becoming annoying. Maiyegun, please help us talk about empower. This government hasn't paid us. Shadia hasn't paid us. But when I talk about Buhari, you will hide under your stupid mentality as a one Nigeria to attack me, abuse me. But when they come back to deal with you, you want me to join your pity party. Am I blow down on you and your empower? Don't look at me. Oh. Don't look at you. I'm not your friend. Okay? Don't look at me. I'm not your friend. So, they didn't give them anything. 3 million jobs. Now, they are begging to pay. They have not paid some of them 3 months. You see, we're talking about the Lagos Abobakus who turned to Loma. And they used them, hold them 3 months, and all of them, after 2 minutes, everywhere bust. Everywhere soup. They were on the social media. I saw some of those who are commenting, empower beneficiaries, laughing at Loma beneficiaries. Una all be slaves. These criminals, they are running a socialist system, a fake socialist system that gives handout to people, that make you feel worthless of yourself, that you are worthless until someone says this is your value. That is why someone will say, come and register for Empower. Do you know what they are saying? They are seeing you as worthless. Now, this is your value. Take this. 30,000 naira. You see, there are so many people who don't get job. You better take them. That is your worthless value. Whenever you go about and say, it's better than nothing, because you are better. You know what I mean? You are nothing better than anything. It's the truth. You may not like it. It doesn't matter. You don't need to like me. I don't like you too. You know why? I want to deal with these criminals. I want to talk to them the way I feel. And I don't want you to police me. I don't want you to go about and jumping from one page to another, trying to tell people how to react, how to speak. Oma sonuni, timba mu, oma jono mokoni. Taiman sonje bunyo, oma jomo koni. You will blow if I grab you. You will not tell us how to react. They might have programmed you how you should react because they have limited you. They have seen your value. 30,000 naira. Give them 30,000 naira. See how much is that? Just 200,000. They said they wanted to employ 1 million of you. So they employed 100,000 or 250,000 of you. And they can't even pay you. Because there is no plan for you. Nothing. Everything is momentary. Chop them now. Suffer them later. And some of you like it like that. Because you know that nothing will come to your way. So don't call us to join your pity party. Don't come to Maiyegun's diary and ask me to help you post about someone who need medical assistance. I don't do it. You know why? It won't help you. There are millions of you. There are hundreds of thousands of your family members, friends that you know that are languishing in different hospitals right now that will never, ever get a government support. You know it. So how dare you come on social media by any disguise to defend any goddamn politician in Nigeria on my page? Nah. Until you begin to realize that this is all in your own interest, and if you are not interested in it, you can fuck off from my platform to let those who deserve to listen. Oshubade, 3 million jobs, 0. Then there is another one. We have recovered blah, 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 loot. You cannot call one person in government right now. One person and say, I want to ask you a question. You have been with this government for 5 years. Yes. And you know what is going on in the government. Yes, I know everything. You know Buhari is fighting corruption. Of course, we are doing a lot to fight corruption. We are dealing with corruption. Can you tell me how much you have recovered and from who? How much has Buhari government recovered from looters and how much and from who? Then the stammering will begin. You see, I don't know. Meanwhile, it should be public. They stole the money. They stole public money. Then you are unable to tell us how much you have recovered and from who. If you ask too much, they will begin to abuse you. They will begin to fight you. And you are just asking a question. I'm just asking a question. Oh. You say I won't fight. Oh. Just a question. How much has Boko Haram recovered from looters? And from who and who? No data. There is no data for it because there is no loot recovered. They only make deals with their fellow thieves and they add their court and then they make up the papers and that's it. Gone. Nigerians are so dumb, they don't even gonna ask them. And they are so confident. They are so bold. When they publicly with war rigged the 2019 election, that was when I knew that una don't enter them. You go hear them. You go hear them. That didn't fly well. Then they brought the fight against terror, which is also a scam. It's a scam. How can you be fighting terror and at the same time you are releasing terrorists and the whole country don't even know? We don't have their names. We don't have their identity. We don't know their age. We don't know where they were, they were released into. You did all of that secretly. While Boko Haram is still killing, bandits killing, the terrorists are running amok everywhere, including Boko Haram's hometown, Daura. The madman no fi go home. The madman no fi go home. If they carrying dead body go home now, Baba, more dead body will lie down there. fighting terror, but paying terrorists, opening a leeway for them, making a gateway for them. You called it Operation Safe Corridor. That tells you something. There is a safe corridor for terrorists under the APC. It is a fact. It may not sound right to you. Yes, it may not sound good to you. Or it may sound exaggerated. Ha 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 ha. It's exaggerated, Abi. You are a madman or a mad woman. It's exaggerated. No, it's not. In Nigerian army, there is a program there. They put it together for terrorists, for Boko Haram, any terrorist, Fulani, any terrorist you arrest. The moment the authorities are aware, they will transfer from any part of Nigeria, yeah, they will transfer that person to Abuja. The order will come. If you say you arrest a Fulani men in Ekiti, within 24 hours, you must transfer him to the area command or whatever command, and they will take the person to Abuja or release him from there. It is a pact that Boko Haram government is operating on. This is not a makeup. In the military, they call it Operation Safe Corridor, and it was launched in December 2015. Secretly, to let terrorists, any arrested terrorist in Nigeria, will be freed through that. All they needed to say is, I have repented. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. I've repented. God forgive me. God forgive me. Say, okay. Say astaghfirullah 11 times. Say astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. And they say, yes, he's a repentant Boko Haram. Free him. Give him money. That's what they do. But on paper, on camera, we are fighting Boko Haram. We have killed some Boko Haram this. We have killed that. We have recovered ammunition. They will show the guns they recover from the terrorists. You'll be like, nah. Those guys we saw in the video, this is not the kind of guns they are holding. This is a shitty makeup. I feel sorry for you if you are a Nigerian soldier. I really do. Sincerely speaking, I do. Because some of you think you are actually fighting for a country. There is no country. If you are smart enough, right? You will leave now. Now, you will leave. Trust me. It will be the best decision of your life. You are not fighting for any country. Don't let anybody deceive that you are fighting for any country. You are fighting for a regime that is pretending to be safeguarding a country that they are bleeding to death. As you have been working, you have seen your colleagues killed. Anyhow, it is a scam. America offered to help combat Boko Haram. Nigeria government under Buratai rejected it. They said America should just give them weapons. They don't want America to come and look into their internal security, blah, 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 blah. America to spy on them. Meanwhile, everything where they go on for Nigeria, America, they see them for their place. Foolish people. We cannot release our sovereignty to America and all of that. Idiots. Which sovereignty? The one you are sharing with the terrorists. Now, America found out that Nigeria government is actually funding terrorism. Nigeria government, everything I told you right now, they are there for you to go and search. Go and check them out. American government is now warning Nigeria government under Boko Haram. If you are not careful, this is going to lead to a lot of sanctions, man. You cannot pretend that this is not happening. You are killing people because of their religion. They said, no. Don't use religion. Don't use religion now. We know that we have problem. But if you start saying that they are killing Christians, what about the Muslims they are killing? Why are you not talking about them? Why are you not talking about them? Why are you not talking about them? So you know they are killing Muslims, Abi. But because you wanted to defend Boko Haram, you pretended that the killing is not that bad. Now, when the others are now saying the Christians that they are killing in the Middle Belt area and all of that, when they are now speaking up, now you want to tell us they are killing Muslims too. Why are we not talking about the Muslims they are killing too? Why are you not talking about them? You, Anima. Why are you not talking about them? Which of the killings have you championed the awareness on to tell the world? Which of them? Buharideen and Tilde. Look at her. Which of them? because you believe that whenever that is mentioned, it's going to make Buhari look bad, because Buhari is devil and evil in that capacity, that double capacity. They say when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. When the evil people rule, the people groan and mourn and cry and wail and weep and all of that. That is what is going on. Muslims, they cry. Christians, they cry. Babalawo, they cry. Kidnappers take over everywhere. They say one politician from my village carry goat, go meet in Babalawo, say, oh boy, this issue of kidnapping is getting out of hand. I need to come and fortify myself. And I came to see Baba. This is the big goat. It is a very, very big goat. I've brought for the ancestors to protect me and my family against kidnappers. Babalawo Pikin come out and say, Honorable, see, just to go house with your goat. Now, last night, they kidnap Baba. We see they gather money to go and bail Baba. They don't kidnap Baba. Say, they don't kidnap Baba. They don't kidnap. Now, last night, they come here. Boys, we all ran away. All the ancestors have ran away. Everybody ran away. Then carry Baba. Say, Honorable, they go house. Carry your goat, go. If you get gun, go buy gun. If bullet no day, buy bullet. The thing don't change and they don't change them for us. So kidnappers no care if you be babalawo or you be pastor anymore. That is the reality. And until you speak on them, until you begin to talk about them, until you begin to tell people, until you begin to, until you stop living in denial, we will speak on those we know. And we'll speak on those we want to speak on. Any of them that you think should be publicized and all that. Do it too. Don't be Olori Bruku that is just looking about to inherit other people's enemies. You are not Buhari's daughter. You are not Buhari's son. You are Buhari's victim. You are not APC yourself. There is nothing like APC. There is nothing like PDP. You are just their victims, the Mumu victims. The Mumu victims, the collateral Mumus. Collateral Mumus. Stop inheriting their enemies. Stop making it look like, They say, pastor, my pastor, for that matter, very powerful man of God. If he speak, land go shake. If he rule, oh boy, earthquake will happen. My pastor gave us anointing oil because of this insecurity. He said, take anointing oil, you go with it. Don't worry, anything will happen. He said, take this handkerchief. In fact, take this tract. Any kidnapper will see him. If they see my picture, I will speak to them. But my powerful pastor, they use Mopo. They use DSS secretly, where they carry the weapon we will never see for church before. They are guiding our pastor from physical kidnappers. We know that our pastor don't destroy spiritual kidnappers. But when it comes to physical kidnappers, you need to go physical. And because they know that God can be patient, my pastor is not going to be like a Jesus. So he hired security. Then they everywhere. Some of them, they in suit. So every time we do church, they see them like ushers. But when I see the wire where they their hair, back of the head, I know saying I'm a pastor that they protect. Same thing happened with the imam. I get this imam from my village. The man powerful, seriously. And he's so powerful that even the king in my town, they fear him. No joke. But something happened. Say, if you go imam house, imam they so powerful, we say, if you go imam house, and imam suddenly get angry and look at you with his two red, shining, flaming eyeballs, Baba, they will bury you before 4 o'clock. Until when they kidnap imam, kidnap his wife, kidnap everybody, kidnap Intira, kidnap in Quran, kidnap everything. Now, the old town, we are trying to raise money to get Alaji out. That is how bad the situation is. The kings are not safe. The politicians know how to, they are criminals, they know how to maneuver their way around the insecurity system. Yes, I forgot that. Thank you very much. That's the first thing we bought for our pastor. Bulletproof car. You know, if you get to some level, some anointing, you get some anointing where you go get where we say, Baba, you need special protection to physical because you are battling with spirits. They don't understand. You cannot be fighting two wars at a time. Nigeria is hot. Nigeria no easy. Pastors, they protect themselves. Baba, we they buy them bulletproof cars to save our men of God. This is no joke. If it came out wrong to you, my brother, get help. Why am I saying all of this? I am saying it because it is what the lies they told you that you have repeatedly been, sharing in a way that you are beginning to believe them. They were lies. Look at Warrior Poppy, Frostos Keyaro. Because you cannot call him Keyamo anymore. You saw how he dressed now. You see how he dresses now. Don't call him Keyamo. You guys you are not even up to date. I checked it out yesterday. I didn't know that he had a new name. I thought the Frostos is the only biblical name that will give to him. But it's actually Keyaro now. Just spell as Keyaro. Keyaro. Keyaro Frostos. That is why he came out to tell you that he will create 774 jobs from the blues. And the educated morons are busy. I stand with Keyamo. You have been standing with everybody. Even those who are standing with Bokwari, the lifeless Bokwari, they are now having maybe K or N leg. I've not seen N leg. They said it's worse. But I've seen K legs. They can't stand straight anymore now. They are like this. And stand with Buhari. They are hungry. They are disabled because of the economic disability that Buhari brought to them. Now they are like this. How can you be standing with something that is not standing? How? Is that not madness? We can't even see. I can't remember the last time I saw Buhari standing like a stand. No, I can't remember the year. But you are there. I stand with Keyamo. I stand with Buhari. I stand anywhere. Baba, you owe your parent apology. They wasted something. It's not easy. From the first night to the day you graduated, it's a waste. Sorry about that if it makes you feel bad. And then if sorry is not enough, you can look for the nearest, not so hard or very hard wall, hit your head on it like 3 times. You get a reset button. One way or the other, the reset button will come there. Knock on, if you're angry. Knock on. Then the final one, the final fraud, which is very much fresh. That's the one you are reacting to, Nabi. Oh dear. I thank God. I told someone, I said, I used to have a bank account in Nigeria, yeah? So when I left Nigeria, I misplaced my bank card and somehow I couldn't take out that my last 3,500 naira from that bank. And the name of the bank is Access Bank now. They call it Access Bank now. It was Diamond or something like that. But they call it Access then too. I don't know. I can't even remember. That was 8 years ago. And he paid me because I thought 35. I'm going to the UK. Once I get to the UK, I will load that account. So it's no easy when I first came. So boy, they try finding bearing and all of that. But by the time I look back, oh boy, 3,500 naira where I left in my account in Nigeria don't turn to zero, and it don't return to minus. I was like, what? Minus what? They said bank charges. Bank what? You better keep the account. I'm not even coming back anyway. So keep the account too. Keep the 35. Keep my passport. What do you call it? My passport photograph. Keep the form I filled. Keep everything. I'll give you. Now they are taking your bank charges again. You didn't see the memo. Or are you pretending that you didn't see the memo? You saw the memo. Fowler, the fowl from Lagos, the one that came from the stench from the mega slum, led by the Bodilon thief, career criminal called Jaga Bandit Jagawiri. Fowler, Fowlila. It was the one who raised the memo. They needed to increase it. They needed to increase the VAT. They needed to increase so many of these bank charges. Then they needed to increase this one. What is it called again? Eh? The one they are taking out from you now. Let me look at that. Yeah. This new bank charges, whatever you call it in Nigeria. It was the memo from them. They needed money. They were running a country on loan and debt. And they said, you know what? Let's just begin to pick the pocket of this collateral mumus. Thank you, Jerry. Stamp duty. You know, they have different names for all these things. I had that name in my head since morning. But somehow, it just became a strange word again. Stamp duty, stamp and duty. Meanwhile, now you transfer money. Now you get your money within your account. Now they transfer money. But they don't use any stamp. They don't use anything. They use your phone, internet, and your own time, to transfer money from your own bank to another person. They say stamp duty, 2020, stamp duty. People come para. People come para, say, hey, no, we don't, no, do. You go pay. Don't think because Access Bank return the money now. You go pay. You will pay it. It's already law. Bukwari already don't sign up. They already don't spend themselves. See, that money, let me tell you something. The plan was they wanted to raise 1 trillion from that money. They know that active banks in Nigeria is around 60 million people have an active bank account. 60 million. Oh boy, well, some people have more than that anyway. They have more than 1 or 2 banks and other. So let's peg it at 100 million. 100 million bank account. From that 100 million, some of you, they do small transfer, like with your shaking 10,000, 20,000, where they come your account every now and then. They're like, now these ones we feel rob. There are many. Look at them. About 60 million of them. 10,000, 20,000 transaction. Oh boy, they come out and for them, they will pay. You can't complain. When you are shouting Sai Baba, Sai Barbarian, when you are abusing Shugure, abusing everybody, calling them names, abusing Namdekano and the rest of them, defending your criminal leaders, telling us how much they are not good, but at least they are better than. They have even destroyed your mentality to the point that some of you are so scared of what, for example, of what Omoyele Sowore will be if he's the president, than what the criminals who are leading you, they have been or they have been. Someone will never sign any check. Someone will never sign any contract. Someone will never executed anything. Someone will never serve in any government capacity. They made you scared of him and you are sounding like you are intelligent. That's where I have problems with many of you. You want to sound like you are intelligent, right? But you sound stupid and foolish. You cannot defend the same criminals by any standard, by any measure, by any kind of defense. Trust me, you can't. There's no way. You will come back in tears. Stamp duty, assuming that the tax they are taking from you are not enough. Now they want to take stamp duty. They will take this duty or that. You will pay. 2 months ago or a month ago, they said they are reducing fuel price. I said, this is a fraud. This is a fraud. This is a fraud. Everyone should look out. I said it all. They abuse me. Just like some of them abuse me every day. It's a therapy for them. They come to Maiyegun's diary they just want to abuse this guy. They don't listen. I said it's a fraud. They say, you always condemn everything. Okay. I won't shut up. It's a fraud. My friend, shut up. You should not be condemning. You should give, we should at least appreciate and all that. I said, it's a fraud. What is wrong with this Maiyegun self? Why are you like this? You should at least bros, it's a fraud. With time, you'll find out. It's a fraud. I will not stop saying it. It's a fraud. 2 months later or a month later, my insistence came to be. They reduced it from, are you with me? They reduced it from 145 naira to 125 naira. Then they reduced it to 123 naira 50 kobo or whatever it is. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, royal fathers and royal mothers, then my fellow congregants and all that in this on this sermon this morning, I'm very happy to tell you that yes, even though the government said they are handing off petroleum, Bokwari is still the petroleum minister. And ladies and gentlemen, yes, your petrol is going to be back to 145 naira by the special grace of God from this hour. And you will pay. Yes, you will pay. You can complain. You can lament. You can say this and that and all of that. You will pay. Until you are tired and you stop them, you will continue to pay. And Maiyegun will continue to talk. Yes. 145 naira. Petroleum still there. Crude oil still there. $30 or $31 now. They jump and back. Chai. For 5 solid years, not one single refinery is working. So they still have to import. Marketers still have to import them. They are chasing away the young people who are refining crude oil in Niger Delta. They will send their army to them. Meanwhile, they are paying through their noses to get the fuel to Nigeria. Bokwari will still pay subsidy for the same 145 naira that you are going to pay. And that is where the scam become interesting. Because they say when you get information, right information, how you want to take note, say something is against you. I hope you do at some point. I'm going to draw the curtains here, and then I'll talk to you again. Alexa, YouTube. I want to search for that, my song. Here is YouTube. There's something I also wanted to share as well, but I'll do that some other time. Alexa, what is Biafra?
According to Wikipedia, Biafra, officially the Republic of Biafra, was a state in West Africa that existed from May 1967 to January 1970. It was made up of the states in the eastern region of Nigeria. Biafra's declaration of independence from Nigeria resulted in civil war between Biafra and Nigeria. Biafra was formally recognized by Gabon, Haiti, Ivory Coast, Tanzania, and Zambia.
Alexa, again, what is Biafra?
According to Wikipedia, Biafra, officially the Republic of Biafra, was a state in West Africa that existed from May 1967 to January 1970. It was made up of the states in the eastern region of Nigeria. Biafra's declaration of independence from Nigeria resulted in civil war between Biafra and Nigeria. Biafra was formally recognized by Gabon, Haiti, Ivory Coast, Tanzania, and Zambia.
Thank you, Alexa. YouTube.
Here is YouTube.
Thank you.